And today, a local university provided some 200 students with personal accounts of the impact that violence can have on Chicago families. The students from East-West University gathered at the Chicago Hilton to hear from Congressman Danny Davis, who lost his grandson to a shooting last fall, and Cleo Pendleton, whose daughter Hydea was shot and killed 4 years ago. The program was called Take Back, Give Back. East-West officials hope the afternoon of speeches, followed by discussion groups, will convince students they need to be part of the solution.
I think they get the message because it's not that I am preaching to them. We're having a conversation about something they can relate to, unfortunately.
When you see things like this occurring every day, you kind of grow numb to it. It becomes an everyday occurrence, and at this point, it's just, oh, well, it happened again.
Tonight at 9, our One Chicago report will include stories from East-West students who have been victims of violence or have relatives who were victims.
Students from Chicago's East-West University heard first-person accounts today of the violence that has been plaguing Chicago.
In our One Chicago report, Larry Yellen looks at how the Take Back, Give Back event might convince some of them to become part of a solution.
I actually am a victim of gun violence. I've been shot in the head before.
Michael Brown was a robbery victim. He knows about violence firsthand. Omero Siller does too.
My father got shot 9 times in front of the house.
And so does Keisha Johnson.
Christmas, my cousin Matthew Herring was outside his apartment building when he was shot multiple times and he died.
All three are students at East-West University in the South Loop. Today they participated in a Take Back, Give Back event. It was designed to help students with or without such firsthand experiences discover more about violence in Chicago. They heard from Congressman Danny Davis, who lost a grandson to a shooting last fall, and Cleo Pendleton, whose daughter Hydea was shot and killed on the South Side 4 years ago.
I think they get the message because it's not that I am preaching to them. We're having a conversation about something they can relate to, unfortunately.
Pendleton's importance of living every day to the fullest because violence can strike so suddenly. Congressman Davis talked solutions like fighting poverty. He was impressed by the turnout.
I don't know that I expected over 200 students who would come and spend a couple of hours just talking about and listening to thoughts and ideas.
Students left with some fresh ideas, but also aware of the challenges.
I feel that a lot of the violence wouldn't be if people had something better or more productive to do.
When you see things like this occurring every day, you kind of grow numb to it. It becomes an everyday occurrence, and at this point, it's just, oh, well, it happened again.
East-West says almost 80% of its students are from low-income families. More than half are the first in their families to attend college. The university says it will have more events focusing on violence in the future. Back to you.
Larry, thank you very much. The students also heard from a social worker at Stroger Hospital's Trauma Center who said there's been a 40% increase in patients seen over the last year.